The idea is to cycle round the whole of the UK, starting in London, going all the way up one coast to Edinburgh, across to Glasgow, and going all the way down the other coast, going into Wales, and then all the way down the bottom of the country, back to Whitstable, where one of our factories is, and then back into London. And it's basically 1,400 miles over 16 days. So roughly we're averaging 80 to 85 miles per day. Did I have really any idea what I was suggesting? Absolutely no idea whatsoever. I had no idea of the training, the logistics, what I'd have to think about, the food side of it. And I think if it wasn't for Jason, I would have packed in ages ago because I would have had no idea. It's trying to balance the work that I do, and I believe I put a lot into the company that I work for, with trying to spend enough time actually out on the road. It has meant quite a few sacrifices, especially from a family point of view, but it's also made me realise actually I can probably have a much better work-life balance than I've managed to achieve up to now. But it is tough. When you've been at work all day, the last thing you want to do is to go and sit on a bike for 2.5 hours. And I'm very fortunate that I've got a wife who has really supported me, and when I've not wanted to go out, she's made me go out, and that's been absolutely fantastic. And I think what I've started to appreciate is what a difference that support makes, because it would have been a lot more difficult if I haven't had the family around me that have really pushed me, but have understood that I've had to do it as well. Because if I hadn't have done the training, there is no way that I'd even be able to contemplate what we're going to do in September. The whole reason for doing it, obviously there's a personal challenge, but there is a fantastic charity called RedR that works a lot with people like the Red Cross and other well-known charities when there's disasters around the world, and they don't get the credit or the funding which they really deserve. And what I wanted to do was, one, to make our industry really more aware of it. Some of the biggest companies in our industry are patrons of RedR, but there's an awful lot of small companies who know nothing about what they do, or even that they exist. So part of it was give them awareness, and also part of it was to try and raise some money for them. They're a serious charity who spend a lot of money training people to go all around the world when there's a disaster. So any disaster goes on, within 48 hours, there is somebody from RedR there helping out with the security, looking at the water supplies, looking at the infrastructure, training people out by these disasters so they can leave a legacy behind for that country. And I think it's absolutely fantastic they do that. And if I can do something to raise money but also make people aware of it, I'll be a very happy man by the time we're finished.